Okay, dude, this time no more fucking swearing, okay? I don't want to fucking spend 2 hours cutting the fucking video. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Start recording.
Let's go. Hey guys, it's AJ.
It's Quinn.
And together we're... Oh, forget it. Anyway, today we're going to learn about control structures.
Okay.
Oh, don't get too intimidated, Quinn.
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Okay. So, actually, you'll find control structures go a lot with what you think about in life.
Okay.
But first, we need to learn, before we get to control structures, we need to introduce another data type into C++.
Ooh.
And this one is called bool. Any idea what bool stands for, Quinn?
Big, oily owl legs.
Good guess! It actually stands for Boolean, which in discrete math stands for true or false. That's actually the only values Boolean can stand for.
Okay.
True or false.
Ah.
So bool, again, is a type, but I also need to give it my good old variable name.
Ah.
Right, Quinn?
Yeah.
What do you want to name it?
Let's name it true or false.
Let's name it true or false. Notice how I capitalize every word except the first one, so it's really easy to read that or is the start of another word.
Ah, I like it.
You see that? Very easy to the eye. It's called camel case, Quinn.
I see.
Now let's set true or false to something. I'm going to use my handy dandy shortcut, control space, and let's set true or false to true.
Good choice. Good choice.
Okay, and I can also set true or false quickly, because it's true or false, to false.
Okay.
And actually, those are the only two values you need to know for Boolean.
I love Boolean.
It's either true or false.
Great.
And you may think, oh, this doesn't have a lot of application like an integer where it can be so many things. Well, you're dead wrong, Quinn.
I'm dead wrong?
You're dead wrong.
Okay.
You are dead wrong, man. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So, we can set a Boolean variable to true or false. So what's the point of that, Quinn?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, now we finally can get into the control structure. So programming actually kind of, if you think about it, works like a lot of ways that you think. So for instance, we're going to introduce another keyword in C++ and in other programming languages called the if statement. Now, let's say I'm looking for a girl.
Okay.
And I want to, if she has a pretty face, I'm going to ask her out.
That's very valid.
Okay. So, I just want to do if true or false. No. True or false. And then I'm going to put brackets in, and I'm going to do code in here. Let's say see out. The date is on.
Okay. What if you wanted to change the name of true or false to has pretty face? How can you do that?
That's a really good question. That's another shortcut we can use called refactor. So while clicking inside the variable, I can click any of these. So as you can see, I have true or false 3 times. Wouldn't that be really annoying to change all 3 places, Quinn?
Super.
So I'm going to go up here to refactor. As you can see, I'm going to go to rename, and it's going to give me this. And I'm going to click has pretty face. And then I'm going to click refactor. And oh my god, they changed everywhere.
Nice.
And I'm getting a little red exclamation mark, and that's because I forgot my semicolon, which I'm going to do. So if she has a pretty face, I'm going to print out the date is on. And
Cool.
now I'm going to... What if she doesn't have a pretty face?
Oh no.
I want to print out, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that. So if she has a pretty face, so only if the Boolean variable has pretty face is equal to true, which right now it is, I'm going to print this out. And then if it's not true, I'm going to see out, go home.
Oh, you're the nicest guy.
I'm the nicest guy ever. So, as you can see here, I printed out the date is on, go home. And I forgot to put an end line to put it on the same line. But as you can see, I printed out both things. And I don't want that to happen.
I see.
And that's because my code went down, it created the Boolean, it set the Boolean to true.
Okay.
And then it looked at this if statement, it says if has pretty face, and it looks for has pretty face, so if has pretty face is true.
Okay.
And it's just saying that true if it was false. If pretty face is false, nothing inside these braces which you do need and are required. I'm going to auto-format it.
Okay.
If has pretty face is false, don't exit anything within these braces. Just go here. Yes,
So
Quinn?
I have a question. Is there any way we can skip line 25 right now?
Well, there is.
Oh.
There are a few things we could do. Well, what if, for instance, we only wanted one of these statements to be executed?
Oh.
For instance, let's say if pretty face is true, execute this, but otherwise or else we only execute this statement and we don't execute the if block.
Okay.
Future note, anything in between these quotes is an if block, is a block statement.
I see.
Is referred to. Well, the reason because I said else is because else is also another keyword. Oh my god.
You are on fire.
So I'm going to use another, so again it needs to be contained within the block statements. And I just auto-formatted my code again. And so now I have if has pretty face is true, execute this. And then if this is true, it will just execute this statement and then it will go here. And it will print out whatever.
Oh, so it's going to skip lines 22 to 24.
Because, yes, it's going to skip this else block because this statement got executed. Now, what if is pretty face is false? What do you think will happen, Quinn?
I think it's going to skip line 21.
Ooh, why?
Just a feeling.
Just a feeling. That is true. Okay, so you're right. Nice job, Quinn. If I run this, actually, you're going to be spot on, I believe.
I'll be wrong next time.
The date is on, and it only executes this because if pretty face is true, do this. Otherwise, and then if that's true, don't execute anything else. And the if block is chained. Is chained together with the else block.
That's nice. So,
Listen.
what if I like girls not only for their pretty faces? Because that does get boring after a while.
Yeah. You kind of want a girl with a nice personality, too?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, Quinn, you are such a gentleman.
Dude, that's what my mom said before she beat me.
Okay, well, now we're gonna. You just brought up another thing in programming called the AND statement.
Okay.
So now I'm going to introduce another Boolean variable above, which we can easily do, called nice personality. And I'm going to semicolon, and I'm going to I'm going to show you, I'm going to declare a variable and initialize it and give it a value all in one line.
Whoa, hold your horses.
That's just a quick thing. I could do that with has pretty face too.
Oh, nice.
So I declared it and set it to false at the same line. So now, let's say I want to do if you have a pretty face and
Oh.
I have a nice personality. Oops.
Very nice.
So the and ampersands stand for what they do in English. And remember, you need two, and they stand for if pretty face is true and nice personality is true. Okay. So what do you think will happen if I run this now?
Well, I think because has pretty face is true, but nice personality is false, I think the date won't be on.
I think you're right, Quinn. You're really evolving here. It's amazing how much you can learn if you apply yourself. So if I run this program, I do indeed get what Quinn said, and I get go home. And the reason is because, like he said, has personality is true, but not nice personality. She needs to have both if you use an and statement. Also, quickly, make sure you use two ampersands because one ampersand actually means something in C++. I won't go into what it means. If you want to learn, maybe we'll make a video on it later, but don't do it now. You want to have two.
So AJ, I don't know about you, but I am desperate and picky. So, what if I just made it that she had one of the features?
So she only has one? Well, good question, Quinn.
Or both.
Or both.
It would be nice to have both, but as long as she has one, I would go stay with her.
She has a pretty face or a nice personality.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Quinn,
Are
good
you hungry?
cooking.
Are you?
I do. Let's go to McDonald's after this. So now I'm going to introduce the OR statement. The OR statement has these two pipelines, they're called, above it. Pipelines can usually be found right above the enter sign. It's kind of hard to find. I had trouble finding it when I wrote my first program. And you need to do shift, the button right above the keyboard. the enter sign.
I see.
And you need two of them, like I said, just like the and symbol. And this is the or symbol. So if you have a pretty face or a nice personality, you'll go.
Okay,
so if I run this, the date is on. Ooh, looks like Quinn's gonna have a good night.
Oh yeah.
And so what if I make both of these false? What do you think will happen then, Quinn? Let me make both these end L just because.
I'm going to be wrong this time. I think... I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see. Has pretty face is false. And nice personality is false. And it's saying if false or false on line 21, I have a feeling it might skip to line 23.
Let's run it and see. Gee willikers, Batman. You were right, Quinn.
What is that? Okay.
It did print out because that's the only way an or statement fails, is if you have both of them false. Because if one is true, then this or that, then you have one true statement, so the if statement will be true, and then line 22 will execute. But that's the only way a if or statement fails. The only way an and statement succeeds is if everything is true.
I see.
Pretty cool.
If you ask me.
Well, that does it for today.
Long enough. Good job.
Give
yourself a pat on the back.
Have a Gucci day, guys.